Oh, hello? Can you hear me? Are we plugged in? Maybe we're not. That can happen sometimes. Logitech headset, what are you doing? Do you have anything for me? Boop. Hello? Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Get that out of here. Hey, can you hear me? Are you in the chat? Let me see. Let me pull this up. Seeing if I can figure this out. I'm showing no viewers. And let's try this again. Copy text, copy text. Let's see if we can go on here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Is my live showing up? Let's see if we can go on here. There we go. Do 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 do. All right, thank you for joining us. Let's see what we can do. Do 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 do. Is my live showing up? There we go. Boom. Link. I'm gonna go ahead and blast this out. Can go on here. There we go. Wow. I think I'm looping. Hang on. Oh, it's because I'm watching my own stream and it's giving me a weird echo. There we go. Okie doke. Now let's jump in the group chat for the basement. Boom. Going live with this box. All right. There we go. Hey, we got people here. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Hey, I'm really glad to have you guys here. Thank you for bearing with me. This is my first time attempting to stream on YouTube. I just got the OBS Studio connected to the YouTube. Yeah, so my last box we cracked from Collector's Emporium. I pulled this amazing Mickey Mouse Iconic. Actually, my wife did. But yeah, they pulled at least two more at the store. And after last night's league, I was feeling kind of lucky and like I need to open some more packs. So picked up this box of Fabled, which I'm so excited for. It is just a beautiful set. The original take when Lorcana's Fabled set, the ninth set, was announced was that it is going to be 80% reprints, and if you've been playing for a while, it might be a pass, but the cards that are new are super strong, and a lot of the reprinted cards are getting enchanted and the new epic rarity, and they look absolutely gorgeous. Even regular legendaries have a new foil legendary symbol, as well as the raised ink, so they look so much nicer than the OG legendaries do. So I'm really excited to be opening some of those. Plus, You see is pretty much my home store at this point, Collector's Emporium in Levittown or Hicksville. It's the whole Nassau County, New York area. They're doing a promo where if you spent more than $100, you would get a free starter deck. So I was able to get this beautiful Iago Jafar deck. With Dumbo coming out, Iago has taken even more value now, so I'm going to crack this one open. I'm going to open the little Arcasi's Island pack just to get things started. And yeah, oh, thank you. Hey, it's fun having a hobby to be excited about, and I'm really happy to be sharing it with some of my friends. So I appreciate you guys jumping on my very first ever stream. Yeah. I mean, I think the one challenge with Lorcana is it's like impossible to open the starter decks without just ripping them apart like an ape. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think I've actually opened an Arcasi's Island starter at all. The Iagos that I do have, I've gotten from some regular sets, but oh yeah, look at that. The Jafar is a fixed card, comes in as a foil. It's a super rare Iago. This is the money card. It comes in as a foil version. I love the foiling they started doing for these new sets. It's nice, it's shiny. This is the reason why I picked this up, was because I wanted this Iago. We've got the Mim, Genie Spellcaster, it's an OK card. Restoring the Crown is also an OK card. It's seen, I think, a little bit of play. So when I was actually playing this last night, they exerted all my characters, they challenged a couple, and they were able to gain a couple lore. We have Raya, not super playable character, but, she's come in clutch with some sealed events. And Fazu, great in any challenge deck, gives you lore whenever your character challenges another character. It's got a nice, good mix of commons and uncommons. Treasure Guardian, a lot of people have been playing Illusions with rotation. This guy gives you a free card draw. It's the Cave of Wonders. So he gives you a free card draw when you have an illusion. And again, in this game, card advantage is king, especially with all the draw, which is has come out in the set, which is why purple is doing so well in just about all of the major tournaments that have come out so far, and every casual league night that I've seen. Yeah, Panic, again, another great card from Reign of Jafar, but for one more ink, you're playing Bell, and you're getting a much stronger card. So he's nice to have as like a fifth or sixth spell that can come out a turn early. We've got the Raja Illusions, and this is just, I think, overall one of the best starter decks you could get. So if you're looking to get into the game, the Jafar Purple Silver deck is a great base. But now here's the real meat and potatoes, right? Is well, not really, more like the appetizer. Is the booster pack that comes with the starter deck, because this is actually a nice random set as opposed to the fixed cards. So Arcasi's Island, that's set 7. It came out before Reign of Jafar. It's got some nice cards in it. It's all about an owl who's in the lore of Lorcana, another treasure garden. I got really excited when I saw it, because it was like, oh, are they doing an Owl House set? Nope, they're not. Not yet, anyway. But hopefully they come up with something soon. Got this Moana, this evasive Moana, seeing a lot more play now. I mean, it was great last set because it's got evasive and it can take out your genies. It gives a boost when it challenges to give another one of your characters power boost. So, yeah, it's a solid card. All right, we've got Milo Thatch. Not bad if you like Atlantis. It's a fun card, but hasn't seen a lot of play. Hey, we got Tramp. I mean, as Kaiser in here can attest, yellow green still really strong. Tramp's still a great card. Not as good now that Chernobog's out of rotation, but the ability to draw a bunch of cards and then discard them lets you filter through your deck. And it lets you get some cards in your discard for all the cards that have, play from discard effect or take from discard effect. I love cards that let you use your discard as like a pool of cards you can draw from. It's really great for giving you, card advantage for cards that do that. And it's also a really great, way to like kind of just search and be able to pick and choose what you want. And basically, like, tutor from your discard is always good. So, all right, the pack was okay, but hey, I'll take an extra Tramp. That's never a bad thing. I'm just going to grab these guys out of here, put them on the side, because this isn't about a starter deck from something that's 2 sets. Oh, this is about the booster box from the brand new set that I was really excited for. I was also really glad that I got a great price from Collector's Emporium. They only charged 130 for it and threw in that starter deck, and I know a lot of places are starting to charge retail or above right now. So, I big shout out to them and Mike and Kevin there. They always give, great prices, great deals. They've really been supporting the Lorcana community and have probably one of the best Lorcana communities on Long Island right now. All right, let's crack this open and see what we got here. Okay, so one of the really cool things with this set is we have Goofy Movie now. It's the 30th anniversary, which makes me feel super old for Goofy Movie. So yeah, they dropped all the new we've got Max Goof now. We've got PJ Pete, and of course we have the man himself, who actually has a legendary and has a really beautiful rainbow foil that comes in the starter deck. So let's start with our first one with some Goofy Movie cards. Goofy Movie is so exciting. Yeah, I'm down to bring some decks and teach everyone how to play next time we all get together, Jay. All right, it's got Pluto. Pluto is a reprint. Solid card for getting stuff out early. He lets you ramp. He basically lets you pay one less when you exert him on your next turn for the next character you play when you exert him. Got Gaston with Rush. He's a great little 2-drop that can challenge and take anything off the board. Great for board control, especially in this new meta that sees a lot of aggro. Daisy Duck is still a big threat, and Gaston can handle Daisy as soon as she comes out. Improvise, and he lets you draw a card, is okay in my book. Eeyore, I mean, doesn't see a lot of competitive play, but still, solid card for what it is. It's got that resist on it, so it's hard to take off the board, and everyone loves Winnie the Pooh. You got the Aurora, another reprint card. TikTok, the crocodile from the Peter Pan franchise when I ate Captain Hook's hand. With all the evasive cards out, this guy is a big body. He's hard to take off the board. And again, Kaiser was playing this and whooped me pretty good with this guy in the pre-release event. Reprint of Elsa. This one doesn't see a ton of play, but still beautiful card art. She was on one of the packs, and she has a gorgeous epic version. Dewey, Dewey, and Louie all got reprinted. They do a lot. They have a really good synergy together. Hey, Bobby Zamerski, our first new card from the new set. Draw and discard. Again, anything that lets you filter through your deck, get cards from discard is always good. Hey, Philocities from the Hercules series, a reprint card, but still a solid one. And Alice, Growing Girl, another reprint, but one of the cool things with Alice is, she's a really solid card, especially in this current meta, but she was legendary in set 2, and they downgraded her rarity, so now she is a super rare card, which is interesting because it preserves from the value of the original legendary card, but also makes her a lot more accessible, because at her power level isn't high enough, I think, to really warrant being legendary, but she's still a solid card. I've seen her played. And we have Standout for our foil, which, hey, new card, always happy to see that. Gives the character power boost and evasive, which is, again, always good to see in this new meta that's very evasive heavy. And it's a song, so it can be played by exerting one of your characters. Be Our Guest, Disney classic, Queen of Hearts with Rush, another reprint. Megara from Hercules, another reprint card. Hercules, hey, with Megara. Another reprint. Got bodyguards to protect your characters on the table. We've got a reprint of this Anna, which is great in any aggressive deck because she gets this lore boost when you've got another card on the board. Casa Madrigal, one of the reprinted locations. We have Julieta, another reprint. She basically was the poor man's Rapunzel, giving you draw and healing when you play her, but now she's the only game in town really for draw and healing, so solid card. You get 3 costs, you get a body on the card, you heal a character, and she replaces herself with a card draw, so that's always solid. Donald Duck gives everyone draw. They reprinted I Find in My Platinum, great song, but items are kind of out of the meta right now, so not as useful as it could be. Hey, the Queen, a new card from the set. Again, very exciting to see. Lets you pull princesses and queens from your discard, which again, very nice. And we have Pongo, a reprint, but still a solid card. Helps you pull more cards from your deck. Basically, you pay 2, you can look for a character, anything that gives you card advantage is always good. And we have Verana as our foil. Okay, and we got a puzzle piece. All right, let's open this Cruella de Vil pack. Cruella is actually my daughter's favorite villain now. Ooh, I need to know that Gaston lore, though. Yeah, it's like Pokemon, or it's a little bit closer to Magic with the Disney characters. We've got Atlantica, which is a reprint. Of course, it's from the Little Mermaid franchise. Hey, Max Goof. Red got singers in this set, so that's a really cool thing to see. That it's shifting through different, yeah, it's moving through different colors now. Instead of being tied to just amber, we've got some ruby singers. We have this Tinkerbell reprint. Flounder got reprinted. This Flounder never got a shift target. We need some like a reason to play this guy. Belle, shift target for the big Belle. That also has like a miniature version for ability. Hey, we got another Bobby. Magic Mirror. This was a rare in I think set 1. Reprinted as an uncommon, so very accessible. Lets you draw cards, but that's pretty much it. Belle. Hey, we got the new Goofy. Awesome. Lets you move a character to a location and gives you a card draw. So again, solid if you're playing a location deck. We have the reprinted Maui whale. Not quite the Maui shark that everyone loves, but you know the whale. And we have Shiny Prince Eric with Challenger. That's I think a reprint of a set 3 card. Yes. All right. So let's. Goofy movie is solid. I actually saw it for the first time like this year. I don't think I ever actually saw it previously. Got another Be Our Guest, Queen of Hearts, Make the Potion, Prince Naveen, another reprint. Hey, Timothy Q Mouse gets a. It's kind of like that Anna, but in purple. And instead of having a hero in play, you get a lore boost when you have an evasive in play. Tinkerbell again. Hey, this was clutch for me in the limited event. You play her. You get to look the shop for cards and take a character into your hand. So again, card gives you more cards. Always a good thing. Be King Undisputed. This was a rare from like set 2. Now it's an uncommon, and it's one of the few removal cards in this set. And it gets around Ward, which is nice. We got Robin Hood. Look at this family. It's this is a reprint from set 4, which is very magical heavy. Lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, get a couple characters, put them in your hand. So it lets you scry, pick a couple characters you might need, and it's a sing together, so you can sing this with multiple characters. Hey, we got the Robin Hood. Archer, this was set 1, I think. Super rare. They downgraded the rarity. But again, you play him. It's a strong character. Lets you draw. And he gets evasive, which is good for shooting down evasive cards. And we got a shiny version of that Megara we pulled before. Let's open. Ooh, we got the Steamboat Willie pack. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely down to hear anyone's Disney stories or favorite cards or anything we're hoping we get today. Pluto Rescue Dog Heals. This is another reprint, but a solid card. Moana. They reprinted Sudden Chill, which is one of the OG discard cards. We've got Hercules, the Coconut Basket. Let's you do some healing. Hey, Nani from Lilo and Stitch. We've got Sisu reprint, the small Sisu. It's always good when you can play a card and use it to take out an opponent's card, and she's evasive. There's no more Big Dragon Sisu to shift her into, but that's kind of a good thing, because that card would just wreck the board. I played her. I was destroyed by her in a few sets. Hey, check it out. We have Nala. This is one of the big cards from this set. She's a great aggro card because when you play her, you know, of course she doesn't do damage, but she can quest for 2 lore. She's got that 2 defense, and until they can damage her, she gets an extra lore. She's questing for 3, and she gets resist. So they need someone with power 2 or more to actually deal any damage to her. She's like an $8 or $10 card right now. She's great. And reprint of the Tinkerbell. Oh my goodness, I think I've pulled a ton of these now. I have a playset from this being, I think, a set 2 card. Set 1 or set 2. I think, no, set 1. From the first chapter. Huge fairy. This is the giant Tinkerbell. You know, can shift her onto a small version. She quests for 2. She deals damage to the entire opposing board when you play her, and whenever she banishes a character, you deal 2 damage to another character. It's really a strong card, and probably one of the best reprints out there. And we got a shiny version of this Daisy Duck. Discard Daisy. Basically, you play her, opponent has to discard a card, and you get a body on the board. Again, that card advantage is always going to be king. Hey, Kaylee, thank you for joining us. And yeah, Morgan, I would say Lorcana is pretty easy to learn. Um, the it's like on your turn you ready your cards, you check for any sort of turn effects, and then you draw. You can play and quest your cards in any order that you want. There's no set phases from that point on. You're doing whatever you want on your turn, and then during the opponent's turn, you're really not doing too much. So it's very straightforward. Sequencing is something always to be mindful of. That's, in any game, like what order you want to do things in to maximize the value of your cards. But it's really straightforward, really simple to learn. I taught my 6-year-old how to play it. She really loves it. We're actually overdue to play a little more. We've just been super busy with summer stuff, being outside, and her having dance and her other activities. But now that it's fall, we're going to keep playing some of the Gateway set, which is a great intro product that they have for it. I think I picked up a bunch because they were on sale for like $8 during like Black Friday, and you get a lot of like solid cards in there. Unfortunately, a lot of them were rotated out with a set rotation, but yeah, it's a really solid like step-by-step way to learn to play the game. And I think next week, this coming Saturday actually, at Comic Book Depot, they're doing a Learn to Play event. So that's going to be really exciting, getting some new players in. Um, all right, so this was mostly reprints on those cards. We got Ursula's Shell Necklace. It's a reprint. I loved using this in Steel Song because basically you play a song, you can pay 1 ink, you draw a card, and that's just a static effect, and you do whenever you want. And again, that card advantage is really good. Well, we have Belle, and again, another reprint card, but solid. It was strong in the last meta, strong in the current meta, because you play her, she costs 5, or she can shift onto another Belle for only 3, so you can get her out as early as turn 3, or sometimes earlier depending on the type of deck that you're playing. If you're able to ramp and speed up, your ink, or reduce your character cost at all. But when you play her, you're moving 3 damage from one of your characters onto an opposing character, which is great because not only are you healing one and dealing damage, or just removing an opposing card from the board at the same time as you're developing a body that's strong and can quest for a lot. But you get really solid value out of this card. So this can often be like a 2 or 3 card swing. Solid card. I've got a bunch of her. I'm really hoping to get that enchanted for her because they made an enchanted version of her, and she's gorgeous. And speaking of shift targets, like say you had this version of Belle out, you could pay 3, play this, and play Belle on top of Belle. Now you've got this version out at a cheaper price, and she's free to act and quest and challenge as soon as you get her out, instead of waiting for her to dry for a turn before you can play her. We've got a puzzle piece card. All right, let's do another Cruella pack. All right, we haven't had any legendaries yet, but you know what? We're like 5 packs in. This is pack number 6. Let's see what we got. All right, we've got another Pluto. Oh, I see something nice. That's definitely an iconic. But let's just go through these first. We'll be patient. We'll be patient. I like seeing that rainbow. I like seeing that shiny stuff. We got Louisa. We got a Mickey. Tuk Tuk used to be a rare. Now he is an uncommon. We have Maui's Place of Exile. White Rabbit's Pocket Wash gives a character a rush. Not bad. Reprint card, Yui. Another reprint card, probably the strongest one of the nephews. Oh my goodness, look at the Queen. Absolutely glorious. This is one of the new epic rarities. Typically, you'll see like maybe 1 or 2 of these per box. It's got the full extended art. It's got raised, embossed art on it, so you can see there where it's like kind of like shiny and not reflective. It's like where it's raised slightly. It's got a texture to it, and it also has that epic rainbow foiling width, and it's that borderless look. Yeah, so beautiful card. Always happy to see one of these. I think that probably one of the best ones in the set right now is for the epics is Cusco. Because Cusco's lets you draw when they're banished. You can pull him out of every. You can pull him into just about any purple deck. Yeah. Pretty much you're pulling him in. You can put him in any purple deck because he can quest, he can challenge, he banishes, he replaces himself, and that's always again card advantage, card advantage, card advantage. And the new Aurora, which we haven't seen yet. Hey, we got the new Power Line. This is the basic one you would play and then like shift on top of it, but he's got that singer ability, so you play him on turn 2, then on turn 4 you can exert him to sing a song that's got a character that costs 4 or more, so you could play something like, Heal What Has Been Hurt right here for free, if you've got him out. just by exerting him instead of questing or challenging. We got Prince Eric, we got a Cruella, Dolores Madrigal, 4-drop Madrigal, quest for 2, 3/3, so decent stat block. But when you play her, if one has exerted character in play, which they'll usually will, you can draw a card. So replacing itself is always great. And if you need the ink or your opponent's not turning their card sideways, you can always just put her into your inkwell. Signed contract. This was pretty strong when Steel Song was out. I've played against it a couple times. It's very annoying because they're drawing cards every time you play a card. We got 4 dozen eggs to help your characters get large, gives them all resist, and it's a song, which again means you can play it for free by having a character sing it. We have the Magic Mirror, and we have Under the Sea, which is reprinted, probably one of the only board control cards. It's 8 cost uninkable, but you can have your characters sing together, so you can turn 2 or 3 cards sideways to play it for free, and it puts all opposing characters with 2 strength or less on the bottom of their player's deck. It's really one of the few answers to a very wide board. They've got a lot of cheap characters out. It can be tough to deal with, so that's one card to deal with it. And Peter Pan's Shadow, it's also a reprint. It's got Rush, it's got Evasive, it quests for 2. And the really nice thing is your other characters with Rush all gain Evasive. So you can, if he's out and your characters with Rush, can start dropping and taking out your opponent's exerted evasive characters. And we have a shiny Elsa. All right, let's do this one. Let's go with this Goof Troop pack. Yes, Under the Sea. It is such a classic Disney song, and it's pretty much a one-sided board wipe for your opponent. There used to be a Kita card where if you played Kita, it would reduce the cost of, the power of all of the opponent's characters by 3. So basically what you do is you'd have the cheap one cost Kita out, you'd shift the Kita that gave the strength reduction onto your characters out, and then you start another character to sing Under the Sea, and it would just, get rid of all of the other players' cards. It was a very devastating move. Well, we've got the Steel Ariel that got reprinted. That lets you cycle through your deck every time you play a song. Maid Marian reprint. Dolores. We looked at this Tinkerbell. A Pirate's Life. One of the cards that was most celebrated and maligned for the reprint, because when you play the song, you can sing it. It's a sing together, so you can sing it with more than one character if you've just got a few cheap characters out. But you gain 2 lore and your opponent loses 2 lore. So it's a 4 lore swing, and if your opponent has, if you have like a Maui Shark out, you're getting an extra lore off of that too. From that card's ability, we got Elsa, we got Mama Odie, okay, reprint card. Lets you ramp whenever you play a song, and Jafar. And then we have Nani and a puzzle piece. Yeah, I think that Jafar was seeing a lot of play towards the end of last set. I think it still has some potential. It does get, an extra. It has basically its power is equal to the number of cards you have in your hand, and purple does a lot of drawing, especially this new set with Dumbo. But if you are playing with this Dumbo, you're probably going to want cards with evasive more so than that. All right, Mulan. We got Sergeant Tibbs. Pegasus, they put Pegasus back in, but they didn't put the big Pegasus that you can shift onto this. But still, hey, having a 1-drop, 1/1 evasive, not bad. We got Mickey Mouse. We've got Anna, Winnie the Pooh, the Honey Wizard. This is one of the most popular cards just for its art. It doesn't see a ton of competitive play just because it's a vanilla card, doesn't really do much anything besides being a big body that quests. But the art on this card is some of the first-rate Lorcana art, and they finally gave him an enchanted this set. Mother Knows Best, a reprint, lets you bounce a card, a character that your opponent has out, or actually one of yours, to their player's hand. So if you've got a character that does something on play, you want to get him back, play it again, you can do that. Ooh, what's this? I see a legendary card. Much newing. Hey, we've got Minnie Mouse. This is the new Minnie Mouse. There is an iconic version of it in this set. Basically, she gives your Minnie Mouse character support, so when your Mickey's quests, they can add their strength to someone else's power, and her ability is really cool. When this character quests, you may banish chosen exerted character with 5 power or more. So say your opponent has a character out, they have got like a Maui Shark that's sideways, you can just quest her and banish that shark. It's got like a built-in World's Greatest Criminal Mind. Or the cool thing with support, you're not limited to adding power to your own characters. You can add it to your opponent's characters, so you can quest with your Mickey, bump up the power of an opponent's character above 5, and then quest with Minnie to banish them. So that's definitely pretty cool. Hey, we got the new Robin Hood. Well, the old Robin Hood, but with the uh, new type of legendary look where, unlike the original printing, it's got this embossment, so it looks really nice. And new to this set is these this foil stamp on it here, which they added a little extra something special to the legendary cards, so like the max rarity before we start getting into the epics and the enchanteds and stuff. And makes them, I think, a little harder to duplicate. Originally, back when Inklands was out, this was like a $35-40 card. The reprint's only like $5 right now, but I think that's just because the meta hasn't settled out yet. I think this is going to see a little more play probably sooner rather than later. One of the challenges is it doesn't have a good one or two cost like shift target anymore. So you can get, like, you used to be able to play him super early in the game if you were able to shift him and just kind of wipe the board, or have like just a big threat that the opponent would have to deal with, because he gets lore from challenging characters, and if he's banished in a challenge, he replaces himself. You get to draw a card off him. Hey, Shiny Roxanne! I'll always take a foil of a new card. That's always exciting to see. Let's open this Cruella pack. Little Mermaid is so good, Kaylee, and in the last set before rotation, my favorite deck to play was Steel Song. Basically, it was an Amber Steel deck. There was an Ariel that you would play. She had Singer 5, so she could play any song that cost 5 or less, and she let you look for a song, like from the top 4 cards of your deck every time you played her. So she was like an MVP in that deck. All right, we've got the Discard Daisy. Okay, I don't think you've seen this one yet. It's the 1-drop Mulan. Injured soldier. Basically, you play her. She has 2 damage on her, but she's a little bit higher statted than what you'd see for like a 1-drop card. And then you'd usually play something that would do something with damage, like that bell that would move damage onto an opponent's character or something like that. Aladdin, he's got ward, so he can't be targeted by anything except challenging. Tiana, Jasmine, very princessy pack. We have the Rose Lantern, we have Cinderella, wow, more princesses. The Medallion Waits, the Mob Song, more Gaston lore for you. It's 10 costs to sing, but you can sing together, and does 3 damage up to 3 chosen characters or locations. So that can do some damage to the opponent's characters, but it's tough to pull off, and it's not inkable, so it could just be sing your hand for a while. We got Robin Hood reprint, we got Simba reprint. Oh, hey, look at that! You know what? I'll take getting these 2 cards that are just not great to get a foil legendary in the foil slot. So we've got Max Goof as a foil. You can see that not only does it have like the foiling of these, but because it's a legendary, it's got that embossment as well, so it looks really sharp, really cool. And this is one of the new cards. It's very in demand. You can shift him from only 4 onto one of like the smaller Max Goofs. And whenever he quests, so you're getting 2 lore by questing with him, you can play a song card with 4 that costs 4 less from your discard for free, and then put it onto the bottom of your deck. So basically, your quest with him, you get to look through your discard and play a card from there. That's always really strong, getting that card advantage. And because he's got shift, if you've got the 2-drop version of him out already, you can shift onto him and then quest them right away. So you're getting that guaranteed value out of it. You don't have to let him sit for a turn and risk having him removed. So very cool. But yeah, oh man, I miss that Steel Song deck so much. It was like my first real competitive deck. I played it at the Disney Lorcana Challenge in Seattle. It was a good time. Actually did decently with it. I think I won. I drew a couple times. I won a few times. Basically, I did well enough, not well enough to move on to day 2, but well enough where I was able to get Rapunzel from the prize wall, and that is really what I was looking to do. Hey, we got PJ Pete. When you play a song, he gets a power boost. That's great. We have Varana, already printed Jafar common. He gains evasive. Prince Hans, one of the few cards in blue that will give you free lore. For just on to play, which is nice. We have Dolores, Bruno's Return, the Queen of Hearts, which lets you draw from challenging. Lawrence got a reprint. That's pretty cool to see. He was always a staple in some Steel Song decks, especially because you had the Rapunzel that could heal and then let you draw cards from healing. But yeah, he's a little overstated because he technically gets 4/4 until he takes damage, and he only costs 3 to put out. We have Genie, okay. Another reprint card. Um, there's been some buzz about playing him for the card advantage because when you quest with him, you can send him back to your deck and draw 3 cards. Again, anything that gives you cards is pretty good. The Heart of Tefiti, another reprint. It's lets you ramp with blue items, so that's it doesn't see a ton of competitive play, but it's still a fun card. And we got a shiny White Rabbit's Pocket Watch. I mean, it's a rare. It's not the most playable rare, but you know what? It's I'll take a rare in my rare slot, my foil slot. Why not? And we got another Goofy movie pack. Let's see what we got in here so far. Yeah, it's been a little light. I think we've seen 2 legendaries, 1 regular, 1 in the foil slot. We got Stitch, the reprint. We got PJ Pete, Sudden Chill, Jafar. We got Maid Marian, who got reprinted. Winnie the Pooh, the Honey Wizard. We have Julieta. We have some Card Soldiers. Olaf, the reprint. Pluto, the reprint. With Bodyguard, and we have Lumiere. And we have in our foil slot the rare Huey of Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Alright, let's see. Next up is Cruella de Vil. Yes, Stitch in this set. They actually reprinted a super rare and a legendary Stitch as well, so that one's in there. It's a nice shift target. We have Be Our Guest, Be Our Guest. You Can Fly, so this is the pack with the songs. We have Megara, Pulling the Strings. We have Benja, from Raya and the Last Dragon. He destroys items. Was always a good tech card against item decks. We have Mufasa. Ooh, Mufasa. The Casa Madrigal. Hey, they reprinted this Ursula, which lets you pull a song out of your opponent's hand. Again, anything that gives you that advantage is great. This was a very oppressive card in green decks because there was a very heavy song meta. You could pull a Friends on the Other Side out of a purple player's hand, or pretty much anything out of a Steel Tongue player's hand, and just kind of throw off their whole plan. We have Belle. We have Hercules, Grandpappy. Oh, and we have Cruella de Vil. Okay, Cruella from the Cruella pack. This is one of the legendaries from this set. It's a new card. It's very anti-aggro. So basically, it lets you ramp and basically ink a card from your deck every time, once per turn when you're banishing an opponent's actually not even an opponent's card, any character with cost 2 or less. So your own character trading into an opponent's, you're ramping. During your turn, they're giving a power disadvantage to the opponent's characters, so your characters have a better chance of surviving. So it's a decent value card. If you play it right, I think there's a lot of potential with it, especially coupling it with something that lets you draw, like a Diablo, 1 drop in purple, or if you're playing blue or sapphire and amber. There's Professor Ludwig von Drake, who, when you play it, makes the opponent discard a non-character card, and then when it's banished, goes into your inkwell. So conceivably, you could drop Ludwig von Drake on turn 2, make the opponent discard a card. On turn 3, play Cruella, challenge Ludwig von Drake into an opponent's character. Maybe you'll take it out, maybe not, but Ludwig would go into your inkwell, and then Cruella would also put a card into your inkwell, and then you're ramping 2. So then your next turn, on turn 4, you will have 6 ink in your inkwell, which is a really strong position to be in. All right, we are down to our last after this. We're in our last 10 packs, so let's see what happens. All right, we've got the Queen. They reprinted the Queen, but they didn't reprint my favorite Shift Queen to put on her, which is a little bit of a bummer. One of my favorite cards. We have Agrabah, the Marketplace, another reprint. Location gives you 2 lore every turn. Definitely solid. Tinkerbell, Louis, Belle, another The Queen, this time in Sapphire. All right, we have Stand Out, one of the new songs. Final fun. Hey, we have Ariel, the Little Mermaid. This is a reprint one. She was a singer. Singer 7. Unfortunately, I wish they had reprinted the 3-drop one. Lets you pull a song, but not that lucky. We have Prince Philip. This is a shift one where he banishes all opposing characters with damage on it, and he's evasive. So this is a really strong card. It's really a matter of putting a deck together that can use him very effectively. Previously, if you'd play like a Chief Bogo that did damage every time you played a Floodborn character, he's Floodborn, so basically you'd put that Chief Bogo out, you'd play Prince Philip, Chief Bogo would do a damage to everybody, and then you'd trigger his effect to banish all opposing damaged character, and he'd just be a 2-card board wipe with a body. All right, let's see. Steamboat Willie, you got anything good for me? I want to see some legendaries in here. We have the Pluto, we have the Gaston, the Megara, we have the Steel Ariel, the Maid Marian, Casa Madrigal. Ooh, oh yes, I see it. I see it. This box was worth getting. This box was worth getting. We got Hey. Oh, this. Oh, but before we get into this, I'm just gonna say this is one of my favorite cards. I'm so glad they reprinted it. Someone called this one Throat Goat Hey, because he's choking down a big old rock. But when you play him, if you have less ink than your opponent, you get to take the top card of your deck and put it into your inkwell. So basically, you get that value of an extra card when you play him, which is great on the draw. If your opponent is played first, you can play this guy turn 3, and you can play this guy turn 4 and ramp a card. That we're starting your 5th turn with an extra card in your inkwell, and catching up to them and kind of like shifting that balance of power. Or if you're playing against any ramp deck, you're playing this guy on turn 3 because they just put a 4th card into their inkwell, and it lets you pace them and kind of nerfs their advantage. And you get a body on the board that's a 2/3 and questing for 2. So not only are you keeping pace or with them or changing that balance, but it's also giving them a threat that they have to deal with. Otherwise, this guy can really just run away. We have Dumbo. This is one of the new cards. He's 3-drop evasive, and he gives another character evasive, which is good. But this is not the Dumbo we're excited about today. We got the Family Fishing Pole. Family Fishing Pole is a new card. We are excited to see a new card in the deck. Oh, I got so excited. I thought this was going to be a Dumbo. It is the Legendary Elsa. This was reprinted from set 1. I mean, it's still a gorgeous card. It is not the $80 Dumbo we were looking to get a 4th one of today. But hey, I'm happy to get a legendary. This one is the biggest chase card still in Lorcana is the enchanted version of this from set 1. She can shift for 6 onto another Elsa you have out, and she exerts 2 characters of the and they can't ready at the start of their next turn, and she quests for 3. So this is a big body, a big way to swing the game around, because you can shift her onto one of your characters, lock up 2 opponent's characters, and then immediately quest for 3, or quest for 3 that next turn, probably safely if your opponent's not able to ready their characters. So she can very easily be a 6 or more lore swing and totally change the tide of a game. All right, I'm gonna put her with this Robin Hood here. So okay, so far we're 4 legendaries into this box. Not bad. Not want to see. Hey, foil one jump ahead. This is the original ramp card. It's got reprinted. I'm happy to see it in foil. Definitely appreciate grabbing that one. Let's see what else we got. I think that maybe used to be an uncommon, got downgraded to a common. I'm not too sure. Does anyone know? Hey, Ursula Vanessa. Another Little Mermaid card, one of my favorite Little Mermaid cards, because I used to run 4 of her in my Steel Song deck. She's a 2-drop and Singer 4. Glad to see her come back. Unfortunately, didn't reprint a ton of songs that she uses, but you can still definitely get some utility out of her. We have a Raya reprint. Hidden Cove. This was probably the most clutch card for me during Limited. Again, it's another Little Mermaid card. Basically, it goes out for 1. For 1, you can move any of your characters over to it, but your characters get +1 power and +1 defense. So you can basically, if your opponent wasn't expecting it, they're exerting, your board looks a little weak compared to those, you can drop this. Suddenly, you move a bunch of characters there. Suddenly, all your characters are hitting harder and more durable. And I've board wiped with this 1-cost card common a bunch of times. We have Beast's Mirror. Let's draw a card. We have Flounder. Hey, Cusco! This is our first Cusco of this box. Fun card. Definitely a fun card. Again, 2-drop. When it's banished, you draw a card. Again, any card that replaces itself is going to be good. We got Jafar. Our first new Aurora of this box. When she quests, you can pay 1 for next princess or queen character you play this turn. This is, I think, one of the best uncommons that are new to the set. Because basically she just lets you get your cards out cheaper for free. Ideal turn, you play her. Turn 2, you quest with her. Then you play, the legendary Tiana from set 5 that protects all your characters for free. Hey, you got another Pirate's Life again. Always gonna be happy to see that one. Hey, we have the new Alice. It banishes or puts items into Inkwell. So you can use it to ramp your cards, you can use it to get rid of the opponent's cards, and whenever she quests, you can reduce the character's power this turn, which is okay. Strength Raging Fire, one of the clutch reprints of this set. I do have a playset, but hey, Tranquil as a Forest, but with a fire within. We've got one of the best Mulan songs in the game. Ooh, and we have a shiny Rapunzel. The common reprinted Rapunzel, I think it was originally a set 1 card. Okay, we are in the last quarter of the box now, so hoping we get some of that last pack magic as we come in. Really hoping for another Enchanted, because I do want to see a Dumbo show up at some point, or at least another Legendary. But hey, I'll take an Enchanted. We have Ursula. We have Sergeant Tibbs. We have the Pegasus. The Beast Mirror, another 1 jump ahead. I'm stuck. We have Nani. We have Lawrence. We have a Big Chink! And we have the Mulan that was originally a legendary card and was downgraded to a super rare. This one's such a threat. Like, I'm always afraid whenever someone has a Mulan that they can shift this into, because when this one of those cards is more powerful when you actually shift onto it, or shift it onto another card rather, because it gets a +3 power bonus, and then whenever it challenges and deals damage to another character, it does that same amount of damage up to 2 other characters. So you can shift her for 5 onto your Mulan that you have out already. She becomes a 5/6. She challenges a character, does 5 damage to it, and does 5 damage to 2 other characters. So she's like a one-woman board wipe, effectively. Right, oh, that doesn't go there. That doesn't go there. That one goes there. And that goes there. That. And yeah, these are some reprint cards. We have Hercules. Let's see, what do you think? Goof Troop or Cruella next? Let's do a Goof Troop. Right, let's see what we have in here. Give me something good. We have a Heal, What Has Been Hurt. We have a Power Line, which again, hey, new set, new cards. We have Prince Eric. We have the 1 jump ahead. Louisa Madrigal. World's Greatest Criminal Mind song, a former rare card from set 3, reprinted as an uncommon that can banish any character with power 5 or more, which is a great solution to a Maui Shark or any big threats the opponent has out on the board. And you can sing and exert it. LeFou, who readies one of your characters. And the cool thing with this LeFou is also, it used to be a rare card, it is now an uncommon card. So, hey, everyone's got a playset of him super easily. Li Shang, hey, Shere Khan. I got 2 of these during the pre-release event. Definitely came in clutch, because whenever one of your characters challenges another character, you gain a lore, so you're not losing out necessarily by challenging. You actually you're still able to keep pace with lore gain. And we have Ariel, Sonic Warrior, formerly a super rare. They from Ursula's Return set. They made her a rare card. She's much more accessible now. She shifts for 4 onto another copy of Ariel, and her ability is nuts. Every time you play a song, you can pay 2 ink and do 3 damage to any character. So, you could shift her for 4, exert her to sing a song, and then pay to take out 1 character, pay 2, get double value out of it. And, by doing 3 damage, taking out another character, or making, putting a little boost to a song that might only do a couple damage, like her. And Along Came Zeus, or Let the Storm Rage On before rotation, was such a clutch combo. Hey, shiny Winnie the Pooh, the Honey Wizard. It's a beautiful card. It looks even more beautiful in foil. Okay, let's go with another Cruella de Vil. We are down to our last 4, guys. Fingers crossed for some good stuff. Let's show me some legendaries. We have Rapunzel. We have a You Can Fly, Enchantress, Eeyore, Cruella de Vil, another reprint one. I'm Stuck. We have Mama Odie. dig a little deeper. And her song, another reprint card. Yeah, it's an 8 cost, but we can sing together with 2 characters, total 8, 8 ink. And let's look at the top 7 cards of your deck and take 2 from your and put them into your hand. So it can really help you find what you need. Wildcat. I love Wildcat from Tailspin. Magic Feather, another new card from this set, gives one of your characters evasive as long as it's in play, and you can pay 3 to bump it back to your hand. Ooh, and a reprint of Ariel, Adventurous Collector. Now the enchanted of this card is gorgeous. Basically, she's evasive, and she gives one of your other characters evasive. So hey, this was a very evasive pack. We got that. We got that reprint Ariel, and we have this shiny copy of that Mulan that I was just talking about before. All right, come on. We're looking for that Dumbo. Give me some legendary cards. Let's see, we have Atlantica, we have Rapunzel, we have a Donald Duck. First fire the cannons of the box, and to first develop your brain of the box. That's interesting. So yeah, okay. 2 staple cards, one deals 2 damage to a character, one lets you look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put 1 in your hand. We got an Elsa, we got a Last Ditch Effort, Donald Duck Smash. I think this is also our first Smash of here, right? Where it's a, ooh, I see something cool. Deals 2 damage to chosen character. It's tech against Dumbo right now. We're just playing it to take out the elephant. Second starts to the right, reprint from a set 3 or 4 card. Yeah, it's expensive. It costs 10. It's not inkable, but if you can sync together with a couple of your characters, like for example, 2 of the 5-drop Elsas, you are drawing 5 cards. I know someone here is a big fan of this card today, because it gets really great draw. And basically, it's your simple, straightforward. You can have like 2 characters out and draw 5 more cards. It's very what you see is what you get with it. And ooh. Not the iconic one that we got from the last box, but it is still a really cool card. Mickey Mouse, Brave Little Prince. It's so shiny. I love the embossment on it. It's a beautiful card, and yeah, this is a unique card because it's a 2/2 for 3. Its shift cost is actually more than its regular play cost. Because when you shift him, so whenever he has a card under him, he gets 3 more power, 3 more defense, and 3 more lore. So he becomes a 5/5 that quests for 4, if you can play him out for 5 onto another copy card. Oh, how's that got a ding on it as a new card? Oh well, still really nice. All right, we are now at a 4 legendary box. Let's see if we can get to 5, 6, 7. It's unlikely, but it's possible. Ooh, Shiny John Silver, one of my favorite cards. He's a reprint, but he gets another lore and another resist for every location you have out. So a fun deck was a bunch of 1 and 2 drop locations, and then John Silver. You would get John Silver out. You'd get a location out turn 1, another location 2 on turn 3, turn 2, turn 3 drop a John Silver, turn 4 play another location or 2, and this quest with John Silver for 4 or 5 lore, while you're still getting lore from your locations, and he's also got resist, 3 or 4, so he's really sticky and really hard to get off the board. Big fan of that card. Also big fan of Treasure Planet. That is a fun movie, and it is getting so much love in the Lorcana series. There's so many Treasure Planet cards. Hey, we've got Rapunzel that removes damage. I wish they had reprinted the Rapunzel that lets you draw a card when you remove damage too. Not necessarily the legendary one, but one that every time you remove damage, you had to draw a card. That I feel like didn't really have its chance to shine. We got a Raya, a Donald Duck, another Fire the Cannons, an Anna, Timothy Q. Mouse. We have Sven. We have Montanui, which lets you get some value off of your characters. If they're banished while here, that character goes right into your inkwell, face down and exerted, so characters getting turned back in ink. We've got my favorite, hey, John Silver. Okay, another one. Don't really need more of him. I do have a playset, but hey, do like that card. Hey, we got another new Minnie Mouse. All right, I think I have a playset of now. Ooh, and a shiny version of the new Max Goof. You know what? If you can't get an epic or an enchanted or an iconic, hey, getting a playable common or uncommon card sometimes is not bad. It lessens that sting a little bit because, a shiny common card that sees a lot of play that's in every deck, can be like a $5 or $10 card compared to, some rares that may not see a ton of play or anything. All right, we've got Lost in the Woods. We have the Evasive Moana. We have Varana from Raya, Ariel. We've got the Coconut Basket. Poor unfortunate souls. Judy Hopps. Oh, again, I think our first Judy Hopps used to synergize real well with the Fox and the Popsicle. But unfortunately, Popsicle is no, or fortunately, depending on your perspective and the cards you like to play, is no longer in rotation. We have the Queen of Hearts that gives your villains a boost. I like this card. I want to see her work in a villain deck, like a villain queen deck. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think we might actually be queued up for it now as a form of aggressive deck with Queen Sensor Core, with all the new queens we're seeing. But I guess we'll see how things shape up. I do like making the rogue deck occasionally. All right, we have Prince Philip. And we have a small Sisu, and we have a shiny version of the damage removing Rapunzel. Okay, so far, this box is down to its last pack. Are we going to see some of that last pack magic? Let's find out. We're looking to see something big in this one. We have one iconic. We have 4 legendaries. Are we going to get something? What's the foil slot? Okay, not bad, not bad. I will take it. A shiny version of the hard to find Aurora uncommon. Not the epic, but you know what? It's shiny, it's nice, and it is a very, very playable card. I'm going to save those two. We've got Daisy Duck, we've got Agrabah, we've got the Hidden Cove, Mickey Mouse, Jasmine, TikTok, Cinderella, Queen of Hearts, and Little John. And now let's see, where are we? In the second to last slot for rares, we have the Queen. Again, a new card. All right, I will take it. And then our final card, I'm feeling it is not going to be a legendary, but it is Ursula. This is the reprint Ursula from set 3 or 4 that stops characters from readying. Okay, that is it for the packs we have opened today. So far, this is what our reprint stack looks like in terms of our non-rare our rare cards. This one too. So let's see how this breaks down. Right, got those two there. We have 2 reprint legendaries. We have 3 new legendaries. We have 1 new iconic. And for the rare cards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For a total of 12. So essentially, okay, so we have 12 new cards in the rare and above slot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 cards that were reprints. So if you're tracking, 39, 41 reprint cards. So there's 41 reprints in the rare slots and 12 new cards in the rare slots. So about 25% of the cards were new, about 75% were not. Overall, not the best box I've opened. I think the other boxes have all been better. In fact, I think I've done better off of like some troves and single packs. But hey, you know what? I got 5 legendaries. I've heard some people getting less than that. The Max Goof is shiny. That's also, I would say, an absolute win. And I got an epic of one of my favorite characters, the Queen. So definitely can't complain about this. I think the main flaw in Fabled is that the ratio of reprint cards to new cards can be a little rough, but with the epics, with the new embossing and foil logos on the legendaries, it does make opening packs exciting again. So yeah, we did not get another one of the iconics. Would have been awesome, but that's I think I may have burned most of my luck on the first two boxes. But yeah, thanks so much for joining us, everybody. If there's any other questions you have about Lorcanis, I know a lot of you haven't played the game yet. Um, Definitely leave them for me in the comments. If you have any favorite cards that were pulled today, let me know what your favorite one was, or any franchises that you want to see, or maybe I can make like a theme deck of, or go over some cards with. Definitely let me know. Hey, great seeing you all. Thank you so much, everybody, and yeah, keep on questing, Illumineers. I'll see you all next time.